Today on In the Woodyard, we've got help. So today it's a chilly day, isn't it?
Very.
It was about, I don't know, about 15, 16 when I got up this morning, so I think it's his fault. This is Chris. He came from Minnesota, and he brought the cold, didn't you?
That's right. Good wind, single-digit feel-like temperatures.
Yep. So now you watched the channel, and you saw me, and you were going to be coming here to see your brother, so you thought, what the heck, stop in and work.
That's right, yeah. On the way out of town here, I figured I'd stop in the Woodyard, help do a little work since, you know, I watch videos all the time.
Yeah, that's
pitch
good.
in a little bit.
So now you cut your own wood, but you don't sell any yet.
That's right,
But you're going to sell wood. I'm going to talk you into it.
We'll see. Maybe one day.
That's good. So you heat with wood your house?
Yep, I heat with wood. I got a wood stove in the basement, and yeah, basically from October through March, we're heating with wood.
100% or just to help out with the heat?
Just to help out. We have a furnace too, a gas furnace.
That's
so,
good. Yeah.
Like this weekend while I'm in Appleton, the fire burned out.
Right,
We got the furnace going now. So
it's kind of nice to have a couple heating sources so you know you're always going to be good.
Yeah,
especially with the price of everything going up.
That's right. That's right. Energy independence.
Yes, exactly. So now you're thinking about maybe cutting and selling some wood, but you're also thinking about cutting lumber, right?
That's right. Yeah, I do have a wood miser on order, so hopefully it comes up in the next month or two.
How long you been waiting for that now?
That was a 44-week lead time.
Right.
So
it's everything's like that.
Everything's like that. Yeah.
And then you're going to build shed and then start selling some lumber, or just kind of have it to have.
Well, I got a lot of projects I want to do first. I want to build the shed. I got a fence on the back piece of my property. I got 5 acres I want to put up, and I want to build a deck. So
cool.
I've got some interior projects I have too. So I need quite a bit of lumber. So maybe one day I'll sell, but I need for my own purposes right now.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of nice when you can have a hobby that can also make you some money, which is why I started firewood. So
eventually we turn into that.
Yeah, we'll get you talked into it. So anyway, today we're going to do some splitting because I got a bunch of rounds here to split, and then maybe we'll do a little bit of cutting. He bought his chainsaw, so maybe we'll do some cutting too. So let's get to work.
Sounds good.
Okay, we've been splitting for a while, and we decided to take a little stop here because we have a piece of elm, and elm is nasty crap.
Yes.
Why don't you grab that piece over there, Chris, that one that's kind of shredded?
Yep.
There's a piece of elm. So when we were splitting it, I mean, it just shreds, and I always describe elm as being like splitting a big cable because it's all twisted.
Right.
And, yeah, it's just terrible. So this is the bottom piece of it here. Now, we were just talking about how this piece we're going to split and show you how it splits. This is a fresh cut on this side right here. And then the bottom side, this is the bottom of the log where it's cut, is all dried off. And we're just talking about how you want to make sure when you're splitting, you run your fresh cut into the wedge, or if you're splitting it with a maul, you found this out, right?
Yep, you find out the hard way.
You want to hit the fresh cut. Because
Yeah.
that old dried up cut is just tight and dried up, and it's like hitting rubber or steel. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to start the splitter up. We're going to split this piece of elm, and we're going to split this piece of oak, and just show you the comparison, how much easier the oak splits, which is why very few people like elm. And I hate it. I hate it. I mean, it burns nice.
Category. Yeah, it burns nice, but
It's just
very
terrible.
Split.
Yeah. What I like is you find an elm tree that's been standing dead for like 4 or 5 years. There's no bark on it, and about 3/4 of the tree is dry already. Then you don't have to split it. That's the time. That's when I like it. So let's start it up and we'll split.
Sounds good.
First, we're gonna do the elm. You can see how tough it is. Okay, so what are your impressions with the splitter? What do you think?
Well, it's fast, of course. I mean,
And you got all 10 fingers yet?
I got all 10 fingers.
That's good. That's all that matters.
Yeah, no blood spilt yet, so we're doing good. Yeah, I mean, what to say? It's got decent power. It went through everything pretty much. There was one piece that we got a little trouble with.
Yeah, you get some knotty crotches, and that'll happen. You get that one that was a crotch. You could see it was that face cut off of it. So you get some of those, and they're tough.
Mess, but otherwise, it blasted through the rest of it, no problem.
Yeah, and this
Heavy
is only
duty.
it's only I think 17 tons is all it's rated for. So when you see some of those splitters and they say 35 tons, they're not actually 35 tons.
Yeah.
They're probably more like 20 something, if that. But power isn't what matters. I mean, speed is if you want to get production done, and if you're smart about how you're splitting. If you turn, so say you got a crotch end here, you turn that so that's at the end of the log, so you're getting your wedge going in first.
Yep.
You get it started, or like I did too. We started on that one. We used just the wing. We kind of picked away at it, and you get through it. And if there's a bad one, I throw it off to the side, and when I'm all done, I'll put my single wedge on, and the single wedge will go through anything. Then, so
it's like hand splitting too, right? I mean, it's over time you learn how to read the wood and split it. It's the same with this thing.
Yeah, you got to read the wood and kind of know. And if it's not working, just stop.
For sure.
Don't force it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can get some stuff done. We probably split for a little over an hour, and we got definitely more than a full cord. I don't know, it might have been a cord and a half. I don't know. It's a bunch of wood.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
pile.
People always want to know how much was it. I don't know.
A pile.
You know when you stack it how much you got done.
Yep.
So that was cool. So now you brought your chainsaw, right?
I did, yeah.
So I think next we should get your saw and my saw, and you can run mine. I'll run yours, and we'll play with saws, and we'll cut on some wood.
All right, sounds
Sound
good.
good? Let's do it. So we went and grabbed our saws. Chris has a Stihl. What is it here? It's a
391.
391. Yeah, that's a nice saw. And then he's going to try mine because he's ran his, and I'm going to try his. So we're going to kind of play with the saws, and we got a pile right there. So we're going to make some logs into some rounds right now. So start her up and do some cutting.
Yes, sir.
Let her rip. Okay, so Chris got to run all 3 saws. You got to run the 576. Yep. You got to run your saw a little bit, and you ran the 572. So what's your impression?
Well, the 76 and 72 here from Husqvarna are a lot faster, obviously.
Well, it's a bigger saw.
Yeah, bigger saw. You can feel the RPMs, the pull.
Yeah, I saw you.
They cut fast.
Saw you were cutting. It pulls you right. I saw a couple times you pulling. It was pulling you. That means it's sharp and it's cutting.
Oh yeah, she was pulling. So
that is the way to go.
Yeah, it was like a hot knife through butter. So that's always good.
Yeah.
And the 391, it's good, I think, for my purposes, you know.
Yeah, for a homeowner, a 55, 60 cc saw right in that range. If you're cutting your own wood, that's all you really need.
Yeah, I'll do the occasional like random cutting from someone like Craigslist to get wood. Go to a friend's house or brother's, something like that, and then my own woods I'll cut, and it's just for my own use. So it's got plenty of power for that. I can go through a 36-inch tree or so, but if you're doing piles of oak, oh my gosh, I can see where the time savings comes in with these bigger saws.
Yeah, well, my 455 Rancher head, I ran that for, I don't know, 7-8 years just for my own purposes, and I cut all the wood I wanted. And then when I started cutting wood and selling a little bit, my second year is like, my brother said, you need to get a real saw. And then I ran his, and it was like my eyes were opened. Yeah. It's like, it's unbelievable. Oh, yeah.
There's a step up, no doubt.
You can go cut so much faster. And then a couple of years ago, I switched to the 24-inch bar instead of the 20, and I like that because I just don't bend over as much. My back doesn't get as tired. Yeah. A lot of people say, well, how can you keep doing that with not getting a sore back? The more I work, the better I feel. And when you're cutting with a saw, if you've got a shorter bar and you're bending over, your back's going to hurt at the end of the day.
Yeah, mine does when I'm cutting lots of logs all day, cutting rounds. I can feel it.
And you got a little bit more reach.
You do? Yeah.
Now, I see a little bit of fuzz in this here. How come there's fuzz in this? What happened here? Show them your knee.
Well, saw was idling down. I just set it down, and it just nicked.
Just nicked his chaps there.
Nicked them, so got a little bit of fuzz out. Nothing major.
No
emergency room visits, but you always gotta be aware of where that
the bar is
and the chain and.
Yep. Well, we were talking. I've hit my leg twice while I was cutting. Both times brushing. You said you cut your leg when you were brushing when you were a kid.
Yep.
And you had no chaps on, right?
I had no chaps. I went right into my knee.
Yeah.
It was not a good day.
So you're a believer?
Yes. Safety first, folks. Yeah.
Yes, wear the chaps. Well, I'm going to run this, so I haven't run it yet. So we'll start it up, and I'll give that a run.
Sounds good.
chainsaw. It cuts.
Indeed.
Reminds me of my 455 Rancher. You got to work too much. Oh, it cuts good. One thing about the Stihls that I do not like is it's so unnatural. You got to flip it up to start it off. Your thumb wants to push it down.
Sure.
That's one of the things. It's just a little thing. What I've noticed about all the Stihls though, they don't have that high-end whine.
Mm-hmm.
They're quieter on, which is nice. So, but yeah, it cuts good. I think I might have to sharpen it for you though, because I hit the ground a couple times. It's still pretty good though.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad. Yeah, I saw a little black dirt come up there once. My jets. Okay, so we cut a little bit of wood. Was it fun?
It was the best job I ever had.
That's what I thought he was going to say. I didn't even prompt it. He just knows. He just knows. He's a trade. Now, when did you start watching wood cutting videos? Just not necessarily mine, but just anybody's.
Probably 2 years ago or so.
Yeah?
I started watching. Yeah, I started watching your videos probably just a month ago. I actually threw my back out a bit, or tweaked it, so I was couch ridden for a bit, and I found your videos, and
that's when you started watching.
Yeah, binge watching them. I went through a lot of them in a week or so.
How many have you watched out of the?
Almost all of them. I say
like 500, yeah.
Because I was laid up in that chair all day.
When guys ask me what they can do to help the channel, I just say, when you go to work, turn the video on, just let it run all day long. Just get on my channel and run it all day long.
Okay.
Because that's what helps me the most. Watch time is everything. But, I mean, watching is good too, but yeah, just more watch time. Because I don't have anything else besides, you know, people say, you know, how do you make money? I just have what I make money on the ads on YouTube. And I don't have merch yet. I don't do anything else. It's just watch time, which is good. So, but yeah, we cut a little bit of wood, and you got to run the splitter. You like that? You're going to have to get one now.
We'll see what kind of volume I get into. Maybe one day.
Now, when we first started, you were talking about how you just do it for yourself, but I've been talking to you about how this works and how you can make money at a hobby. You're starting to think maybe you should start selling some wood.
Maybe I should, yeah. I mean, if the demand's there, I guess you don't know until you put it out, and kind of like what you did, right?
You will sell it.
Put the feelers out and see it go. So
you will sell it.
Do that. Just do a roadside stand next to the house and see what happens.
What can it hurt?
Worst comes to worst, I end up burning it myself, I guess. Right?
Yeah. That's the only bad thing. If you burn yourself, you don't want to sell all your inventory off.
No, I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna. But
my thing was that I was only burning, 3, 4, maybe 5 face cords a year. I think one year I burned 6 or something. But every year I was producing more than that, and eventually I got to where I had like 40 cords, and my wife's like, "What are you going to do with all that wood?" I said, "Well, maybe I'll sell some." And that's how it started.
Yeah, look at you now.
Yeah, and I always loved doing it just for exercise, because it's I just love, I always thought, if I could do wood for an hour or 2 a day, it'd be great. Great exercise. I get something done. I got accomplishment.
Gets you outside.
It's something you can use. It's practical. So anyway, that's good. Well, thanks for coming. It's great to have you here. It's nice having extra hands. All of you are welcome to come too, by the way. Stop at any time. Just call ahead. And we can always make big pieces of wood into little pieces of wood. That's pretty much all that happens. So that's it for today, folks. Thanks for being here. You know what to do. Hit the buttons. Hit the like, the subscribe, share, all that. Between now and tomorrow when you come back, get outside, get cutting.
Good night, Irene.
There you go.